Alright, welcome back to WMMA now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a UFC fight preview. So we're going to UFC 251 in Abu Dhabi. We're going to the main card, strawweight fight between Jessica Bate Estaca Andrade and Rose Thug Namajunas. This is a rematch of their fight from last year in, when was this? July 11th, May 11th. So it will be a year and 2 months to the day since these two met for the strawweight title at the time. Namajunas was the champion, Andrade was the challenger. Andrade walked away the champion after a KO due to a slam. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Now, Andrade, the more experienced fighter, 20-7 to Namajunas' 8-4. Andrade has also fought in two different weight divisions, started in the UFC at bantamweight, moved down to strawweight. Both fighters are coming off a loss. Andrade to Weili Zhang 10 months ago when she lost the title. Before that was, of course, the win over Namajunas. Namajunas has not fought since the loss to Andrade a year and coming up on 2 months ago. Before that, she had the pair of wins over Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Age, they are the same age, both 28 years old. And when it comes to height and reach, Rose Namajunas has a clear advantage. 5 feet, 5 inches, 165 centimeters tall to Andrade's 5 feet, 2 inches, 157 centimeters in height. And also in the reach, a good 3-inch reach advantage, 65 inches, 165 centimeters to 62 inches, 152 centimeters, or 157 centimeters, for Andrade. So, nothing really changed in stats or anything. Height, reach, still goes to Namajunas. So, let's talk about this fight. Well, let's talk about their first fight. You know, nothing drives me crazier than seeing people to this day say, well, Namajunas was winning every second of that fight up until the slam. And that will drive me, it drives me nuts. And I will make this argument to the end of my days, that the people that say that don't know what they are watching. They just don't know what they are watching. Now, I am not an expert in the technical aspects of the game. I don't claim to be. I try to keep my technical breakdowns, very much on the layman's side. But the people that think that Rose was winning every second of that fight just weren't paying attention to the meta game that was going on. Okay? Andrade was connecting very well with a lot of body shots and a lot of low kicks. And they were slowing Namajunas down. Okay? A lot of people forget that fight ended in only the second round at, let's see, it ended at 2 minutes and 58 seconds in the second round. By the second round, Namajunas was already slowing down. She wasn't bouncing on her feet the way she was in the first round. She was moving straight back instead of in and out, and using angles and lateral movement. She was going into strike and moving back in straight lines. So she was feeling the low kicks. Also, Andrade, she got knocked down in the first round. But guess what? She got up. She kept on moving forward. She's a pressure machine. She only knows one speed, she only goes in one gear forward, and she only knows one speed, full on. That pressure was getting to Rose Namajunas. She was slowing down, like I said. She wasn't as light on her feet as she was at first. So for anyone that says that Namajunas was winning every second of that fight, I'm sorry, you're wrong. You got to pay attention to what's going on across the whole fight, not just worrying about, what punches are connecting to the head. Because there's way more to the game than that. Now, was the first fight a fluke? Was the result a fluke? No, it was not a fluke. Bate Estaca, Andrade's name, literally means pile driver. She picks up and slams all of her opponents. Does she knock them out with slams? No. Slam KOs are extremely rare. But the fact is, she got the slam. She had picked Rose up and dumped her like twice in the first round. So it wasn't really a fluke. Now, coming into this fight, you got to wonder where Namajunas' head is at. She's saying she is in a much better place now than she was before and right after this fight because she wasn't liking the pressure of a champion. And a lot of people have talked about Namajunas' mental game. She just doesn't seem to actually like being a fighter. She seems to like fighting, but nothing else around it. She doesn't like being a fighter. She doesn't like being, all the other aspects that have to deal with being a fighter. And it seems to get to her. Also, she is very much a front runner in her fights. If you keep coming forward at her and pressuring her and doling out, strikes at her, she doesn't deal with it very well. She folded under the pressure against Esparza back when they first came to the UFC. She folded against Kovalkiewicz. Kovalkiewicz kept coming forward, getting the clinch, and kneeing Rose Namajunas, and Rose couldn't deal with it very well. And then she almost folded in the rematch with Joanna. She was up 2 rounds, went down 2 rounds. She actually managed to find a second win in that 5th round, but also you could say Joanna screwed up and stopped clinching with her, which found her the success in the 3rd and 4th rounds. So Namajunas, I still very much view her as a front runner. As long as she is doing good, she is doing good. But the moment she's not doing good, or if a fighter is able to keep applying pressure to her, she tends to wilt, as it were, pun intended. Another X factor coming into this is Andrade. She did get knocked down in that Namajunas fight. She did eat a lot of shots, and then she got KO'd bad in the Zahn fight. I mean, she got cracked. And you got to wonder, is her chin cracked now? We won't know because she hasn't fought since the Zahn fight. So you got to wonder, is she going to be able to keep taking shots the way she does? And then the final point I want to make is that this fight is only going to be 3 rounds, which I think tends to favor Namajunas. I think Andrade her pressure game against someone like Namajunas definitely would be better in a 5-round fight than it would in a 3rd. I think what will happen is Namajunas will do good for like the first round and a half, 2 rounds, and then Andrade will finally be able to start taking over in the 3rd round, which probably won't be enough. So for my pick, I'm going to go with Rose Namajunas. Now originally, and for a while, I've been all about Andrade still being able to take over and punish Rose and come out on top. But the last couple days, I've been really thinking, and my gut just tells me it's going to be Namajunas this time. So I'm going with Rose Namajunas, most likely by decision. But I'm not sure on this. I'm like maybe 55% on this one. Maybe 60%. We'll say 60-40. So I'm 60% Namajunas on this one. So we're going with Rose Namajunas, most likely by decision. All right, so that's it for my preview of this fight. Those are my thoughts, going with Rose Namajunas by decision. Let me know your thoughts on the fight in the comments down below. Of course, hey, if you liked the video, give it a like. And what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.